What do we got? That must be Chris's comment. Chris has been editing our Google Drive, I can tell.
Yeah, I sent him the drive, and I see he's added a nice little comment where Tracy is wrong.
Just on your one little section.
Yes.
That is a horribly written little thing.
Well, listen, I don't think... All right, we'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
I guess we're getting to it right now, as a matter of fact.
We're going to be getting to it pretty quick.
I guess it's kind of that section right now.
It's 7:40.
Are we in stoner etiquette?
Well...
Oh, we got 6 minutes till the 7:20.
We got 6 minutes till 7:20. So
I guess it would be time for stoner etiquette.
No, well, we're gonna do the I'm gonna do my big bonging thing. So
in 6 minutes.
Yeah. Why don't you put on? You know what? Let's play the second half of that video we didn't have last week about making butter. Can we look at that there, Chris?
Well, that's 8 minutes, so I'll play some of it.
And I was going to say this.
Oh,
I probably will not talk about this for 6 minutes.
Okay.
This is not a 6 minute conversation.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is, it's stoner etiquette, okay, and
Let's have some stoner etiquette.
Yeah. All right, and then afterwards, Opus will attempt to break his personal record of 11 consecutive bong rips.
Yeah.
And we also have a challenger.
And I got a challenger in the back here, Eddie.
From Who Cares Get Doped.
Who Cares Get Doped has decided to accept the challenge and see if he can keep up. But these are bong rips that have to be like back to back, no breaks.
Okay. And now, all right, we're going to get on stoner etiquette now. You got to understand, Chris is commenting on kind of what the notes that I've made for myself here. So we may have a disagreement. We may be on the same page. We'll find out when we get to the end. But, stoners, let's talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. Patient profiteering. Don't fucking do it. It is wrong to profit off of people's pain. Now, I am not saying you can't earn a living, okay? But frankly, it's one of those things, like, I don't give a shit if you rip off recreational users, you charge them out the yin-yang. If you got a 95-year-old granny with glaucoma, you cut that woman a deal. Because, it's just the conscientious thing to do unto others as they would have do unto you. And I don't think that, it's... In my own, I think there are ethical ways to do this. I mean, nothing is free, Chris. I completely understand that. I'm a diabetic. It costs me $800 a month to breathe. My insulin costs money. I get that. However, I also know that pharmaceutical companies are making a shit ton off the amount of money that I pay for insulin every month because it shouldn't cost me $800 a month to breathe. So I'm talking about severe... Selling $14 a gram for swag weed, those people should be ashamed of themselves. Especially, when we're talking about people that are sick and dying. So, profiteering off patients, I don't think it's wrong to make a business. I think it's wrong to make millionaires off the backs of sick people. So, you think that I'm wrong, profit is good, loss is bad. If you want to hit me back with what your thoughts on it, go for it, man.
I guess it's the results. That what I see is that I don't know, you make some good points sometimes on this show and other places that you do pay a high premium for some of your other medicine, and then therefore how it relates to this. But no matter what you do in medicine or otherwise, consumers are best served when both parties profit. When you buy anything for $1, there's a thing in like libertarian philosophy called the thank you moment, where the person who is selling it to you might have only bought it for 50 cents, and you might have thought it's worth $2 to you, but you're only paying $1. But both of you are thinking you're getting a good deal. You both say thank you.
Yeah.
It's to each other's mutual benefit.
I think what we're talking about is ethical margins.
No. To me, when you say that a person shouldn't develop a medicine and then therefore become a millionaire off it, my mind just thinks, then if they only made $10,000 off it, then that's all the consumer of that medicine is going to make and see a value in as well. Both sides of the equation profit. If the guy's profiting $1 million, it's because people thought it was worth that, and if not more. tens of millions to the people who consumed that product, or in this case, a medicine. And they only had to buy it for a few million. But to them, it was worth tens of millions. So it is those type of transactions and trades that create value for both the consumer and the producer that make the world a better place, a more valuable world, and a better world. And the results are that the consumers and the people with all of these products end up getting.
I think you and I would maybe argue on the fact that consumerism makes the world a better place.
Of course it does.
Okay.
We're here on PA TV, on whatever. We're all consumers. Don't you want the best for you, the best deal, the best whatever? You'll go down the street if it's cheaper or if they're more friendly.
But you know what, though? I will pay more to support an independent business in my neighborhood. I will pay more if I think the service is better.
Right. I was getting at that, too.
But
that's also cheaper to you in some ways because you're getting what you value.
Yeah, basically, what we're talking about is, I think what we're talking about is ethical profit margins.
I was just going to comment. We've had this debate with other people on the stage as well. Mookie Wilson one time was having the same argument. He got really upset about it, saying that people shouldn't be allowed to charge people so much for weed. Like, they shouldn't be allowed to charge that much. But in my opinion, and he was saying, like, I have access to great weed at a lower price. There shouldn't be allowed to be charged more for weed. And my thoughts were that some people don't have the same access that those people that are privy to all these special dealers, growers, and they get the lower price range.
So it's 7:20,
the answer, yeah.
420 in BC. Happy 420.
Happy 420 BC. We're at the 420 bong along with BC.
All right, gentlemen, here we go. Let the bong ripping begin.
This is just our 420.
This is just the 420.
This is the warm-up.
Okay, this is just the warm-up. They're getting their lungs
So
ready.
while he's taking a bong hit too, I also want to reiterate that I like a lot of your points, Tracy. But the gist of what you were getting at there, and this is for me, it's a decades-long debate. A lot of people have had this debate, but you called it this time patient profiteering, which a lot of people do talk about. In my worldview, most people have said the words prohibition profiteering for as long as I've been an activist. I don't think there's anything wrong with profiting off a patient. If the person needs a service or a product and I can provide it, I'm definitely not going to do it at a loss.
No, I certainly wouldn't expect
the
anyone
only
to do it at a loss.
alternative then is at a profit,
But
and then therefore you say ethical profit margins.
Ethical margins, yeah.
But then who's to decide what those are and what the risk is over a long period of time and what would sustain a healthy business model versus not? What would help the most amount of people versus not? Somebody can come up with a healthy business.
Well, you're talking about like when we go back to my insulin, you know, the type of insulin I was on previously for many years was less expensive to harvest, and actually they've now started creating a synthetic model that is more expensive to create, and wiped out the less expensive version. Even under what they're now creating, the cost is actually much less than it was for them to harvest it before, and they're charging twice as much. They are profiteering off the fact that this is what I need to keep me alive. They found a cheaper, higher tech way to charge more to make more money off of the fact that I need it to live. And I don't find that acceptable because, you know, we're talking about a disease that there's a whole giant conversation about this, about how funding is directed to research for curing diseases and stuff like that. When I was 6 years old, I was diagnosed and told that there was a cure for diabetes right around the corner. And I remember being 28 years old and being told that, you know, they'd actually cured it. But the fact of the matter is that they make billions of dollars a month, because it costs me $800 a month to breathe, and there are millions of us in the world. So they make billions of dollars a month keeping us alive. Why cure it? And so that's major profiteering
Yeah,
off of
no,
people's
there's
pain.
no
I
money
just
in
don't think
cure.
it's cool,
it's in,
man.
Yeah, treatment.
So that's the long story, and yeah, the debate. Blah 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 blah.
Cool.